Welcome back, Geek Variants. Here we are talking about Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, episode 5. And they are really working the narratives for these storylines. And I gotta say, that first one was a smashing success. Like I said, glad to have you guys here. We're talking about Game of Thrones, episode 5. So, by all means, with this episode being, again, a smashing success, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you're tuning in to all the content we have to offer. So, breaking this down, this thing starts off again. You know, we do these spoilers because we're talking about all this stuff. The lady wife Rhea, which again I haven't seen. I don't know what the deal was with this, and he was just like, "Yo, I'm gonna go back and talk to her, and I guess claim what's mine." And he did it in a way that was expected, but not necessarily expected by me. I wanted to see how they're gonna play this out, and he said, "Fuck it." He just finna take this rock and call it a day, and he did his thing, Hulk smash. So I think it's a fantastic way to start the episode and really kind of get into, you know, Damon ain't about this bullshit. Like he wants to get done what he wants to get done, and he's willing to do it by any means necessary. Like I don't think this man really has a fear of consequences for the most part, except for losing his birthright, what he feels is his. That's the only thing I think he feels any emotion over. Other than that, he don't give two fucks. He's gonna keep doing what he's doing. All right. So at the end of the last episode, we saw Otto was removed as the hand, but now he got the animosity between him and his daughter, the queen, and he's being sent away to where I do not know. But they've got a pretty nice little rift, and he's telling her that she should have been on her toes about understanding what needs to happen and how things need to proceed. So I think she took that kind of to heart because throughout this episode, she's paying a lot more attention to what's going on and she's asking questions, trying to figure some stuff out. Speaking of that, yeah, she had a guy, I think his name Lars Strong, the guy got the cane in the garden. He was asking some questions and he's trying to establish himself as an ally. Again, I don't know exactly what part he's playing and what he's got going on, where he kind of drifted in and out of as far as his knowledge of the situations, but he's watching things closely and he's delivering her information. So again, he's probably gonna be like again that like kind of like that little finger with that random information and stuff, which I got to see where his lineage is because I think he was already mentioned or something like that was mentioned earlier by somebody. I don't know. I think maybe one of you guys that kind of let us know that. So I'm trying to watch out for all that stuff. But he's definitely got an ulterior motive like everybody else does in the show. And he's trying to figure some stuff out. So I don't know how successful he's going to be with it. But again, he's that cripple, so he's kind of unsuspecting of that. But he can hit hard if he needs to. I mean, you take a look at Peter Dinklage's character instead of that freaking. He still was going at it, freaking, and he was not playing around. So, we also have the king actually going to talk to Corlys about the marriage of Sir Laenor and Rhaenyra. And again, apparently that's beneath him. He shouldn't have to do that, but he did it because he needs to establish this. He's already not feeling well. There's a lot of stuff going on with him. We see him. He's hurt. He's got need of the leeches and all that kind of stuff. So it's all a setup for him to make sure that the dragons continue to rule. So he wants to get stuff secured and make sure that his name continues on. That's not just about the union and his daughter get power. Like his name needs to continue on. And that kind of rubbed Corlys a little bit the wrong way. But again, everybody's out for themselves. So just kind of biding time with that. In the process that we found out a little bit more about Sir Laenor, and apparently he's he prefers promiscuous behavior with the male variety. Cool, not a problem. Do you? But we know that's his little off to the side thing. Just like Rhaenyra, she has her off to the side things. So that being said, she makes a whole kind of thing to say, hey, maybe we should keep our things separate. We do everything for the house, but we do our own thing, which is actually not surprising because this happens in a lot of relationships. Happen in a lot of military relationships. Is like they would get married for the money, and then they would go and do their own thing and not care, and whoever would just be off gallivanting. And yeah, it was a whole issue in the military, and they started cracking down on that. So yeah, it's the same kind of thing that I see going here. But of course, with that being said, Kristen doesn't want to be Sir Kristen Cole doesn't want to be the side piece. He doesn't want to be her whore. He actually wants to be something with her. Which again, I don't know why these dudes think that they're going to be something more. Like you're not part of the bloodline, you're not part of that royal family, and it's already difficult to get in unless you're already part of another royal family. I don't know what makes him think that he had a solid chance of just, I sullied myself, but we maybe get married and I can redeem my honor. Like she don't want you like that. Like she wants a plaything, and that's what you are. So either play your role and stuff like that, or you should have, kept it in your pants. But again, he's fucking up, and now it's biting him in the ass because he's very emotional. He's letting his emotions get the best of him because you see him when they announced the union and they're doing the dinner and stuff like that. He's just frustrated the entire time, and I think all that stuff was brought to a head when Selena's you know boy toy came around, the night of kisses, I think it was referred to. Can't remember his full name, but you know, he came and he started, I figured out who it is. And because obviously Cole's in his feelings and he's watching the hell out of Rhaenyra. Granted, he's supposed to watch her because he's the protector, but he got them different kind of eyes he looking. So with that being said, he's giving away everything that needs to be given away. Speaking of that, he gave away something earlier that he shouldn't have gave away. Because again, I told you the queen's paying attention. She already got information about the tea from the strong guy, Lara Strong. So when she asked, Sir Kristen Cole asking questions about that night in general, he gave himself up, thinking that there was no other. And now he put himself on the chopping block because of that. Now the queen can use that to her fancy. She has that information now that she can use however she wishes. So when it gets down to it, he again is in his emotions about stuff. And when the night of kisses started poking and prodding at him, he lost it. And so that, and I don't even know where it transpired. We just see a fight break out and they just scrapping. So with them scrapping, I want to know freaking if there's going to be any consequences for him in any way, shape, form, or fashion going forward. Like, what do you do today? Like, he walked away, stripped his arm or something. Like, he beat that dude's face in. Like, it's gone. And then literally immediately after that, like, they're holding a wedding with the blood still on the floor. Like, they're finna get married now and call that. So I think either right when it was done, and I gotta go back, either right when it was done, right after I said the king killed over because he was already frustrated and stress was building up and he started bleeding out the freaking nose. So once the wedding and stuff started making its happenings, stuff like that, yo, my man was out, passed out, freaking. So we don't no idea what the status of the king is right now. What's going on? If Rhaenyra's gonna get that throne early, freaking if Selena's gonna have a freaking part in that. Was everything stopped before it? Like it was like real kind of right in there. I couldn't tell if it was finished or not because again, these ceremonies kind of work differently than, a power invested in me. I now pronounce you blah blah blah. I ain't catching that. The full ending. So we got to definitely see what's on that. And of course, because Kristen had done what he done, he just ended up walking out, and he was free and clear. Like nobody stopped this man. Like granted, he just beat the shit out of somebody for no fucking reason, according to everybody. But nobody stopped this man. Nobody chased after him. The guards just got freaking the princess out of there. But no one wanted to, hey, restrain that man and bring him here so he can face justice. They let him walk the fuck out. Man, went to the courtyard ready to freaking commit seppuku. Like he's about to just, take himself out. But he got stopped by the queen because she has information. So she's going to use him for something. We don't know what. She's setting up something. But that's leverage. And that's the most important thing without this entire series is what leverage you have to keep yourself in a position of power, keep whatever chess pieces on the board that you need, because everybody's playing their own chess game and everybody's pieces are different than everybody else. So she's got to start being that queen that, really kind of sees what's going on and play her part accordingly. She can feign ignorance all she wants to, and kind of move her pieces in silence, or she can be freaking loud with it and do however she needs to do and make her moves known. Which it seems like she's getting a little loud when she came in with that green dress. So these things are popping off, and I don't know how they're going to turn out. But again, these storylines are moving forward, and even with Damon, freaking with his lady wife being gone, he's ready to claim his inheritance of everything that she would have inherited will now be his, as they were married and they had no freaking heirs for that stuff to fall to. So it's him. So what's going to happen? What's the plan? How are they going to play this out? I don't even know. Like, is Rhaenyra, is she pregnant? She had, two people decided to freaking, pump and dump in her. So did she take the tea? What's going on? Is she gonna have big? If she does, whose is it? What's going on? Like, these are things we gotta see. Well, we know freaking if it comes out with the Targaryen hair, then freaking it's a good chance, which direction it is. That doesn't say everything that is guaranteed, but that kind of leans in that direction. But if baby come out and got some black locks, then we know something else was up. And I don't know how Damon's gonna respond to that. Not too well, I'm sure. So that's pretty much it for Game of Thrones episode 5. I'm pretty sure that probably get on and do another recap with Brent later on and get his thoughts and opinions on it. But this episode was fantastic and fun and full of all types of freaking terrors going forward. And this is going to be great. So by all means, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you guys coming up in the next video. Out.